Good morning, dear students. Today we will see here a new topic, that is effect of temperature. Change in concentration, pressure and volume causes change in QC, that is equilibrium coefficient at the concentration of the reaction. But temperature changes Kc, that is equilibrium constant, which depends on delta H. Now, if you recall, we have learned about delta H, that is change in enthalpy, in the chapter thermodynamics. And change in enthalpy, it means exchange of the heat. If we consider exchange of the heat, then it may be endothermic if heat is absorbed, or exothermic if it is released. When delta H, change in enthalpy, is negative, heat is loosed, that is exothermic, heat is given out, and if delta H is positive, heat is gained and it is endothermic. Heat is given out, it is exothermic, heat is gained back, that is endothermic reaction. Here, if temperature is increased, equilibrium constant decreases, and with increase in the temperature, Kc will increase. This we have to see that with the change in the temperature, what is that change this Kc? With increase of the temperature, it decreases, and why this is, that we have to see here experimentally. So, first of all, we will see this accordingly with the example. So, forward reaction is exothermic. Forward, that means from reactant to product. Here the heat is released and which is taken by the product to form the compounds. And so is the vice versa, that is backward reaction is endothermic. So here N2 to 3H plus 3H2 gives ammonia. Haber's process, right? Preparation of ammonia. So when reaction is from reactant to product, it is exothermic. But if it is from product to reactant, then it is endothermic. So here N2 plus 3H2 gives 2NH3, where delta H is C, negative, minus 92.38 kilojoule per mole. So it is exothermic. If we calculate the potential Kc, that is the equilibrium constant, then product NH3 upon reactant N2 into H2 whole raised to 3. So here what happens? With increase in temperature means reaction is in backward direction, and with the decrease in temperature means reaction is in forward direction. This you have to keep in mind. With increase in temperature, reaction is backward, and with decrease in temperature, the reaction is forward, and it is when it is with the change of the temperature. So, forward reaction is favored by decrease in temperature. When the temperature is decreased, then the reaction will be taking place from reactant to the product. Let us see here experimentally. If 2NO2, nitrogen dioxide gas, is taken, then it gives N2O4. This NO2 undergoes dimerization, that means 2 times dimer, 1 monomer and dimer. So this NO2 undergoes dimerizations and give N2O4, where in the forward direction brown color gradually becomes colorless. And at the same time, if the reaction is back, if this product is in a think that okay, nitrate has become lesser in quantity and product is too much, then it will replenish back. Then the color of colorless substance slowly, gradually we can say increases towards brown. So this now NO2 gives N2O4 in dimerization. Change of brown to colorless is taking place. Looking to the value of delta H, it is minus 57.2 kilojoule per mole minus, so exothermic reaction. This all is given, but we have to see experimentally that really this happens. So here if reaction is in forward direction, color becomes lighter and lighter to colorless. Forward direction, that is from brown to lighter and lighter, that is colorless. And if reaction is in backward direction from this side, color becomes deeper. Deeper, that means it will become still dark. And this now we will see that experimentally how this works. So to see the effect of temperature, first of all, 3 beakers are taken at 3 different temperatures. First is taken where freezing mixture is kept at 270 Kelvin. Second one is having a water which is heated at 298 Kelvin. And third is the beaker which is having the water at temperature 363 Kelvin. So all these three are having respective temperature 270 K, 298 K, that is room temperature, and at 393 kilogram. 363 Kelvin. See, K stands for Kelvin. Here now in this I have drawn this. It doesn't mean that it is from the first here, this test tube. This test tube is from the first. No. First of all, in both this test tube, NO2 is filled up and the tubes are sealed and then kept in this beaker at room temperature. Now after a while, one test tube from this beaker is kept in first beaker and another test tube is kept in third beaker. So here from middle beaker, one test tube is kept in beaker first and another is kept in third beaker. In first beaker we see that there is no color. That means with the decrease in the temperature, the color has become faded or very light. And with the increase in the temperature, the color becomes dark brown. So in first beaker, compound becomes colorless and in third beaker, it remains brown. So there is some change in temperature. Lower the temperature, color is colorless. Higher the temperature, the color becomes darker. Right? So what is the observation and what is our conclusion here? Thus, at low temperature in first beaker, NO2 becomes colorless. That is, reaction is in forward direction. And at higher temperature in third beaker, NO2 becomes darker, that is brown color, and thus the reaction is in backward direction. If you have remembered the reaction, product side it is colorless, right? See here. So reactant side is darker brown, product side it is colorless. So if it is forward, it will give colorless. If it is backward, it gives darker brown color. So thus the change in color at different temperature. All three beakers we have taken with different temperature. So change in color at different temperature gives the evidence of effect of temperature for the chemical equilibrium. Now one more example of endothermic reaction, where the reaction is in forward direction. Cobalt hexahydrate ion, pink in color, when reacts with chloride ions, gives, that is equilibrium is to be attained, cobalt tetrachloride ion and water molecule. Cobalt hexahydrate ion, cobalt tetrachloride ion. Now here, on increasing temperature, forward reaction takes place and pink color in the forward reaction converts, on reacting to chloride ion, converts to blue color. And if the temperature is decreased, then the reaction is now backward direction. So blue color will slowly and gradually turn to turns to pink color. Pink to blue with increase in temperature forward, blue to pink back, decrease in temperature backward reaction. Thus, with the visibility of the color change, here also we can see, with the increase in temperature, color of pink to blue take place, that is a forward reaction. With the decrease in temperature, the color is back from blue to pink, and the reaction is now termed as product to reactant, so backward reactions on decreasing the temperature. So, the last conclusion here also from this experiment, that with the visibility of the color change at different temperature, increase and decreasing temperature, experimentally it is proved that temperature affects equilibrium. And thus, we now have discussed all the factors which are affecting equilibrium, that is concentration, pressure, volume and the temperature. Right? As I told, that catalyst, it reacts as an intermediate but does not exist out as a final product. But we are not much more to discuss for the inert compound or inert gas or catalyst, because for this pandemic year they are not considered as a part of the syllabus, and so I have given a glance about it to you, right? So now in the next video we will give the new topic by the time. Thank you.